All right. Hello, fellow viewers, and we are live today as a, let's say, compensation stream because I wasn't able to stream last Wednesday, where I usually stream, and I managed to do something while I was going around running errands, and that was that I RNG'd a very good trainer ID and secret ID combination that will give me square shinies. So there's a description. You can read the description of this stream or video. Once should it release as a video, you can read the description to find out what exactly a square shiny is. But to put it simply, a square shiny is a shiny where usually shininess is determined if the PID is used in a XOR calculation. If it's less than 8, then it's a shiny, and if it's exactly 0, then it's a star shiny. So that will not show up here. It will just show up as a regular shiny, but should you transfer the Pokemon up to Generation 8, so Sword and Shield, you will see the difference. And this is the ID that I got, and I already put it into my Poke Finder, so now we're gonna try and get as many square shinies as I possibly can. And Ahmed is already there. Hello there. Hello, today I'm going for a visit. Some family members, I can't tell, I'm sure can't be here from the start, but I may come late to the stream. Sorry. Yeah, no need to say sorry. I do realize that right now it's Easter, or at least it's a time where family usually come together or do things together. But yeah. Let's see how this goes. So the ID that I got is this, and the secret ID that enables it to be like the way it is this one. So if you want to get a the same trainer ID or secret ID, here's the combination. Good luck. Thank you, darling. So yeah, let's you've seen it as a thumbnail, but here it is. This is the shiny that I got. Isn't it wonderful? It's modest. And I'll show this here. So this is the spread that this Pokemon uses. This is the square spread. It's at this frame, and 4,600, or just the 4,000s in general, is a wonderful. So that's under 1 minute, and it already gives me a square shiny. That's modest, which is a nature that I mean, the other two games that I RNG'd, Pokemon Ruby and Emerald, they tend to give me adamant shinies, and I've had enough of them. I want some modest shinies or timid shinies. So this save file will give me square modest shinies. Very good. With really, really good HP, 30. It's not 31, not perfect, but still 30 is good. Good attack. Defense IVs are 4, that's not really good, but the rest are in their 20s, which special defense even being in 27. That's pretty close to perfection. Remember, the perfect IV stat would be 31. And it even has hidden power fire, and the power isn't too bad. I mean, the maximum hidden power fire can have is 70, and it depends on IVs and PID as well. But hidden power fire is something that I want, or wanted, and I now get square shinies that have that. So remember, if you become a Patreon, or if you donate to me in any way, just $1, be it $1, €1, one whatever, then you will be eligible to get a shiny that, or non-shiny, it doesn't matter, you pick. I'll trade one over any clone of the Pokemon that you see here. If you want it, you'll get it. And speaking about that, I might as well mention my Patreons that I have. So thank you goes out to James Carson. Hopefully he will be able to attend the stream tonight. Then there's Kaiser Karmazin, thank you as well. And Alexander as well, he's in the $5 tier, so thank you so much for your support. You will definitely get what you pay for. And also, lately, I might mention that as well before we... Oh, this is also not a shiny that I got. Hey there he is, Kaiser Karmazin. Hey there, how you going? How you doing? That's not how you going. Yeah, this is the shiny that I got with this save file. I'm playing on Pokémon Sapphire, and I managed to get a very good trainer ID and secret ID, and this one is modest. It's a square shiny, so they are basically a rarer subset of shinies. So both are shinies, but they're just a different type. But I think I blabbered enough, didn't I? I think we should finally start some RNG manipulation. For those asking, the Pokeros is not RNG'd. That is because I did not mean to do that. Yeah, that Oddish, I mean, I have a million shiny Oddish. Not literally, but it sure feels like I have millions of them. And one of them has Sweet Scent. That's what we need to have in order to do this method of getting shinies. Tried square shiny hunting in Violet, but it takes way too long. I'm not sure if this is correct, but I've heard, or people have told me, that there are only square shinies in Sword and Shield, that there are none in Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if this is true. I haven't confirmed it myself. So theoretically speaking, if I were to transfer this Pokemon here, which I still forgot the English name of for some reason, but in German it's Gakabor. If I transfer that one up, it should show up as square. Well, I could test that out, but I've heard that. So maybe you've already gotten one and you don't know because it doesn't show up as a square shiny, it just shows up with stars. But yeah, I think that's enough. So, unfortunately some I don't get and I cannot use synchronize. So for example, Zigzagoon, I get no square shinies, except down there, but that is way too long for a wait. So I'm gonna go with, let's go with Rumple first. I mean, sassy ones are even, I can even get sassy ones earlier with an okay IV spread. It's not perfect, but it's still pretty good, I would say. But tonight we're going for the square one, so this is the modest one. Because I'm using Sweet Scent, the delay is 261. And let's go to Route 101, the very first route that you see in the game where you get the starter. Let's go into this corner because NPCs that turn around and walk may mess up your frames sometimes. Oh, you're right, that explains why I never saw them. I mean, I haven't confirmed it, but I do remember reading something about that, so... Okay, we're using the beeping now. Oh yeah, I mean... It's about 77 seconds. And that is just a bit over a minute. That's really good, right? To get potentially a square modest shiny. And we will be able to do more resets per... I mean, a lot of resets per hour. More than usual because the waiting time is shorter. And I'm glad that I use Pokefinder. And I went through so many. I literally went through thousands of frames by myself. So not brute force, but I scrolled and compared each and checked for IVs and tried to get at least modest and timid ones that had a good hidden power type and which were maybe square. And I managed to find one, and this is very nice. Right. Yeah. Up the volume a bit, and I'll change the beep to a pop because I think the beeping is a bit loud. At least I don't really like it that much. I'll just save now because the Pokemon that I just sent out, what's it called again in English? I keep forgetting the names, or sometimes I mix them up. It's what you get when you play Pokemon in a gazillion languages. Shroomish? It's a Shroomish that you get from Pokemon box. Unfortunately, I'm not able to use Pokemon box with this. At least I can use the adventure mode, but I cannot use the box mode because I don't have. You need to have 100 Pokemon registered in your Pokedex. So, should you try to do the same thing, just now you've heard it. Sometimes this fact is hard to research, so now you've heard it. And for some reason it allowed me to transfer an egg that you get from Pokemon box. That one even got Pokerus because of this Oddish that got infected with Pokerus as well. Have an organic chemistry exam in a few hours. Oh gee, do you not want to maybe study before, or do you say I want to do a relaxing activity before you have the exam? Because I don't know how you work in that regard, and I've met several people who work differently. But good luck on that exam, Kaiser comes in. Hopefully it will turn out right. And that is a Zigzagoon. But yeah, the Pokemon that I'm using right now, the Shroomish, it's the Pokemon box version one. And that one also comes from an egg. Oh no, it's not. Sorry, I'm talking. The things that I'm saying are not true. This one I've bred. That's why it has the attacks False Swipe and Spore already. It usually doesn't know them at this level that it's at right now. So I don't know if that's cheating, but I felt like having such a Shroomish in my team would be good. And I read a couple of adamant ones on Emerald. And maybe some of you have seen that on next week I will do a stream where I RNG with you together, and that is where I use another Ruby cartridge that I have, and I'll show you the process live, how it works, how we do the TID secret ID thing. Right, let's see what this is. A normal whirlpool. Hold on. There we go, had to put something aside. But that is a normal whirlpool. I'm looking for a purple one. Studied for the past week and studying with this on in the background. Ah, I see. Does that help you? I know people who always have something playing while they studied. There was one woman that I used to form study groups with in university, and she functioned really well when there was calm music or rain sounds or something like that playing in the background. Sometimes she even, to just get the atmosphere going, she let cafe sounds and something like that play, and I didn't mind, so it helped her. It didn't hinder me, so I agreed. And that was interesting, that there's people who have different needs when they study. But it's also not too uncommon, maybe. I mean, I see a lot of playlists or live streams where they only have study sounds. Must be good for people who live out of, like, very far from civilization, and they maybe can't afford to always take the car or public transport. And you want to have that kind of feeling at home. I do understand why people do it. Makes sense. I usually use, I've fallen asleep to some streams as well. There's just some streamers who have a very calming voice. Or just the way or what they play or what they do is calming. Or just, you know, a good, comfortable atmosphere. That's enough. It doesn't need to be calming. Comfortable is enough, at least for me. And I do wonder if anyone has fallen asleep to one of my streams yet. I've also used rain sounds to fall asleep. That really helps. You have a podcast or something on in the background while studying. It helps me relax because I have pretty bad anxiety. I see, especially right before a test. Oh yeah, that anxiety can be hardcore. I know, it's nerve-wracking sometimes. See? Nope. That's a zigzagoon, which I can't get as a square here. So yeah, the next Friday, I think it's Friday or Thursday, I have to check again. But I think it was on Friday where I set the stream where I RNG a TID secret ID with you. Then you can see how the process works. And I'll use another program, RNG Reporter, which I haven't used yet on stream. And you can, if you really want to, you can see what I'm doing and maybe replicate it. Because everything I'm doing here is and will work. It works and it will work when you, even if you use a emulator. Or if you play it on the phone, which is also emulated. Obviously, because it was never meant to be played on a phone. But still, it works. I cannot say if it works for reproduction cartridges or just bootlegs. I haven't tried doing that yet. But it would be interesting to see if it would work. No, that is a normal one. But yeah, it's pretty fast, right? Just 17 seconds longer than a minute. Considering that my emerald time is usually around 4 or 3 minutes, usually 4. I also have resets that lasted 5 minutes, the timid in Pokemon Ruby, where we waited for that. I used, for example, in the when I hunted the Regice, the shiny that I got. And this goes by really quickly, so hopefully that will work well, and we'll get a lot of square shinies. And I think that I should also just do streams where I play this or through this, because that's what Patreons and viewers have asked me, and I will do that. So that will mean more streams, or yeah, more weekdays where I will stream. I'm just saying this right now as well. Might as well mention it now that I'm talking about streaming schedules. There's 1 week in April where I will probably not be able to stream at all. That's a week where I have tons of appointments, and also my birthday. And the birthday that I'll have will be my 30th, and I will do a bigger celebration of that, because it's usually where I'm from, or just in general, culturally speaking, your 30th birthday, or your 40th, or your 50th, all these, you should throw a larger party, because it marks more of a milestone in your life. And usually what people do here is they try to get a the speed limit signs. I mean, we in Europe, they're measured by kilometers per hour. I know with Americans it's miles per hour. Okay, let's do this first. And we commonly have one sign that is a 30, because it's the speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour. What people usually do in Luxembourg is, and I've seen it elsewhere in France and Belgium as well, that they take that sign, or they buy one, and then the people who attend your birthday party will sign on it, and then you'll hang it up somewhere in your house or your apartment. I think it's cute. I've never done it before. At least I didn't do it when I was 20, because I've seen people doing it who turned 20, but I will do it now. I remembered signing someone's 50th birthday sign that they had. Pretty funny. And in Germany, there's a tradition. I mean, I've never done that before, and when I first read about it, it was just really weird, but very interesting nonetheless. And it goes like this: they will, the door hinge the doorknob that you use to open a door. If you are a bachelor at age 30, it's a German tradition to clean a lot of doorknobs. I know it's weird, but they have a tradition for that, and it's very interesting. To be fair, that's not one. I'm not a bachelorette. I mean, I've had a boyfriend, now a husband, since I was 16, so even if some German person would tell me, hey, do this German tradition, I couldn't, because I'm not a bachelorette. But it's very interesting that something like that exists. I've never heard of it before. A German person told me about it, and I saw how many, of course, with the internet and cookies and all, they knew that, or Google and all the other sites that I use know that I'm looking for things for my 30th birthday. And then I got so many doorknob ads, which was bizarre. That's a very specific thing to get ads for. Unfortunately, I use AdBlock, and I'm not angry as a YouTuber if you use it. I understand, even though with ads, that's how we make money. Granted, it's not really that much, but still. I do understand, though, why someone would want to use that, because ads can be so freaking annoying. Happy early 30th, thank you. Let me know when you are able to trade the Metagross. You can also wait and then tell me what second Pokemon you'd like. I mean, you have my thing on Discord, so... Good thing the text here goes by so quickly. In Emerald it doesn't. That's why I would suggest, if you're going for a Train ID, Secret ID combo that gives you early Shinies in Emerald, maybe don't go for the super early ones. Because keep in mind, you need to button mash through a text that unfortunately isn't that fast. So I don't know how much time that would be, but it would be easy to figure out. I'll be able to do it soon, hopefully. Not sure about this weekend, as it's Easter. My family will want me back home. Yeah, I mean, I understand that would be a priority, obviously. So what do you, for example, do for Easter? I come from a family where we didn't really celebrate Easter all that much. Let's see if this is the correct one. Nope, that's a pink one. And now that I have a Sapphire with a, with a Train ID, Secret ID combo like that, and a spread like this, that means that I'll get yet another Latias and Latios, which will both be square shinies, so that sure is very interesting should you have Sword and Shield. And it's also a good nature for a Latias and a Latios to have. Unfortunately, the Latias will, due to the infamous IV roaming glitch in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, they will have very bad IVs, so unfortunately not these. Oops, that wasn't my intention. Not these, some of them will be 0, which will be unfortunate, but at least the Latios on Southern Island will not have that, because it's not a roamer, and a roamer will not have that glitch. In Emerald that glitch doesn't exist, it got patched out luckily. But that also means that I will be having I will be hunting for a shiny Kyogre. And it will not just only be shiny, but will have pretty good IVs, and it will have hidden power fire. Can't really use it that much, but still the most interesting part, it will be a square shiny Kyogre. So really freaking rare. Family's very Catholic. I very much so not as religious as them. So we usually go to church and have dinner with the whole family. Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow and the day after that as well. Will be Easter. I'll still be doing the Safari Zone thing. Let's see who'll show up. But I would understand that if people wouldn't, or less people would show up, because it is Easter. But them just showing up for a couple of minutes is already enough for me. Let's see. Did feel good or correct? But feelings and what you see, nah. It's just a feeling, not a fact. So I already have a shiny Mudkip, which isn't a Mudkip anymore. It's a Swampert now. And I now have the little shiny Gecko, which I'll have to check the... God, how come I forget the name of this iconic Pokemon? Trico! Jeez, Trico. But yeah, I have the Trico as a shiny. I have the Mudkip as a shiny, so I guess the next one will be a shiny Torchic. Which is the least good shiny, I guess. The worst sounds kind of bad. Don't want to call it the worst, but the least good isn't really grammatically correct. I prefer the other two shinies, especially, I mean, Mudkip is pink. That shiny is one of my favorite in and of itself, so... And the shiny Trico is also really nice. I like teal shinies. I think I should be free for the stream on Sunday. It's around 3 p.m. here when you stream, so no promise. Yeah, whatever works. Funny how the egg managed to transfer, and I'm not even far enough in the game to get the why not egg. Hey there, human name. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? May RNG bless thee. Thank you. Yeah, that would be nice. This time it will be for square shinies. The lesser shiny, yeah, I could say that. Well, yeah, Torchic will be what I will hunt for then, given the next stream, where I show you how it is done, because that would be interesting to see. And I already got some frames that I picked out where I think that would be very good to have. Talking about an early timid frame with good IVs. Okay, what do I get? A normal Zigzagoon. Could be kind of tricky today or tonight because I don't have as many Pokeballs on this save file, because, I mean, I don't even have one badge, right? This is at the beginning of the game. I'm good. My cousin and I have been working on a programmable computer in Minecraft. Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's really cool that you do that. I've seen videos of that where they compute actual functions in Minecraft. It's incredible. But I guess when Minecraft is Turing complete, then yeah, you can program on it. I think someone actually made it so that you could play Pokemon Red or Blue using a huge computer in Minecraft. And that is just amazing. So technically Minecraft could run Crisis. The meme. It's funny what you can do with some games. Let's see what this will give me. Hopefully a normal Wurmple. So the I would be able to get a Wurmple earlier if I used this frame, but that would be a star shiny, not a square shiny. And I already have a Wurmple like that when I did the testing earlier, and it will, evolve, or it evolves into the butterfly. What's the English name again? Geez, now I remember the... Yeah, it's Beautifly, alright. I was about to say the French name, that would be stupid. But yeah, Beautifly. And I'm saying this because it... Whether or not Wurmple evolves into the one or the other, so either Beautifly or Dustox, is dependent on the PID. And this PID seems to give me Beautifly. So I'd be very interested to see what the square one will give me. Hopefully not a Beautifly, but something else. But it's set in stone, so I couldn't change it, even if I wanted to. No, that is a normal one. Was using command blocks, not redstone. With command blocks it is simpler, though it's still very impressive. I see, but still, it is, in my view at least, still impressive. Good thing I got so many Odyshes. Then I can use Sweet Scent. I mean, granted I had to trade it over, but... A computer can currently load 5 bits per second and store 108 bits. Hey, that's not too bad, right? I mean, that it can just do it in and of itself, to me, is impressive. Even if the numbers compared to actual computers are low, but of course they're gonna be. It's just amazing that you can actually program a computer in another game. And I think Minecraft isn't the only one. Even with arbitrary code execution in Pokémon Red and Yellow, I think there's some guy who programmed it so that it can play Tetris. All you need to is to know how to arrange certain glitch items in a way so that it runs code, right? And that is not a shiny. But luckily, the wait time is very short, so I can do a lot of checks. You have only a storage unit? Well, yeah, not surprised. What do you want to attain with your Minecraft computer? Or is it just we'll build it and try to improve it and see how it goes? Coolest thing is the look. It doesn't look like something that should be able to store information. Well, okay, technically everything in the universe stores some kind of information, but yeah. I do wonder how it looks like though. Maybe if you want, you can paste a picture in the Discord. That would be... I am intrigued to see how it looks like. Let's see, is this the correct input? No. Either way, you can load some simple game. Yeah, something like Pong or maybe Tetris. Ah, that's good. I think one of my favorite things someone did with Minecraft or using redstone, it's not really something that it does compute something technically, but it's not something that runs a game or any other program. But it's a like a infinity machine, where it's a switch that activates a switch once it's done, and that switch activates another switch, and you in-game, if you were to wait until the process is done, that would be physically impossible, because it would take for probably longer than the universe can exist. And I know there's a YouTuber who made a video about that, and that is just one of the my favorite things people have done or built in Minecraft. Tetris in a single chest. Very nice. Okay, let's see. That is a pink one. So yeah, either this frame or, I mean, the frame 4636 would also give me a shiny Wurmple, which would be square. That's 10 frames later. As you can see, they are identical in every single way, so that's what we would call a frame clone. The slots are different, the levels are different, and the frame or the advances are different, but the entire rest is identical. So they'll be female. The hidden power will always be 66 power points, always, or not power points, but how strong it will be. It will always be fire, and it will always have the following IVs. A single chest can store around 350 bytes. Alright, when you know that information, you can already try and deduce how you would go about programming Tetris in a chest. Gotta love math. I know you're one of the only guys here, human name, who would say yes to that statement. And I appreciate that. I also used math to determine, because I didn't only want a modest or timid one. I wanted one save file where I get square shinies. And I did some exclusive OR calculations, and it just comes out to a simple like equation with a unknown number. Nothing special, right? And then you try to get a PID, or at least a secret ID, TID, XOR that will give you PIDs below, or that would go below 0, not just below 8. Of course, that wouldn't be with hexadecimal numbers. You had to convert them into binary and then do the XOR calculation. I'm glad that it worked. I really should stop doubting myself so much. But yeah, it worked now, and especially for those of you who want one of my shinies. Be interesting if any of you love playing Pokémon Sword and Shield. It will be of interest to you, and also to me, because I did want to have at least one where I get square shinies. Math is honestly fun, but schools teach it poorly, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Kaiser Kamasi. That is also my opinion. I think I said that in one of my streams before, but I do think that's why so many people say when they hear math, oh, I hate it, or they think they're bad at it. One point I also thought that I was bad at it. No, it's just the way how it's taught in schools that discourages and demoralizes people even. We call a storage unit Pico SSD. Yeah, I mean, if you want to program games or do other cool stuff, you need to understand the math behind it, at least to a certain degree. what do I get? Let's see. I get a Zigzagoon. Come on, I want to hit the frame now. You also see a shiny at frame 51,621. That would be a star one, quiet, but I'm not going there because I don't know exactly how long that would be, but probably around 10 minutes. That would be my guess now. And that is way too long of a wait. I mean, with this 4,000s, that's barely over a minute. Can do so many resets now. Which will also be, or come in handy when I tackle the shiny Kyogre. But that one will be, once it does appear, will be easy. I plan on catching it with a Master Ball because the color scheme fits perfectly. And I really can't wait seeing or having that Kyogre. It will be modest and it will be square. That's really rare. Still no shiny. But I've barely even streamed for 1 hour, so the delay is correct as well. And usually the this Train ID Secret ID combo gives me the square shinies are usually female when it's a 50-50 split between the odds of the gender. And when it's more likely to be female, it will also be female. When it's more likely to be male, it will be male. When it's much more likely to be male, it will also be male. That is why my Trico is male. And I mean, I don't need to explain what happens when it's 100% female or male. Then it's always like that. But that is something you can also keep in mind if you want that. I don't really necessarily care about the gender of the Pokemon that I get. Let's see what I get. That again. Got some multiple sassy low tats before. But yeah, these sassy ones that I get when I scroll up, they're here. I mean, I could showcase them in another stream, but or hunt for these in another stream. But I mean, these sassy ones are all star shinies, and the focus on tonight's stream is square shinies, since I haven't had the all the other shinies that I RNG'd this far have all been exclusively star shinies, so it's good to change things up a bit from time to time. And it's going fast, that's pretty good. Not the star shinies. I mean, I do dislike that they introduced it just so that they could take it away again, or not let it show. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they took them out apparently, so they still technically exist because the PID is the same. And if you were to apply the XOR, you would of course get 0. But if the game isn't programmed to make said distinction, then they don't show up. And I don't know why they would they keep doing this, don't they? They just introduce features just to forget about them next game. I mean, it's not like Square Shinies take so much effort to program in. The game basically just does the XOR calculation, just like I've done it on hand or in my head, and or on paper, whatever you want to call it. And if it is, it loads the animation with the squares, and that's it. And they already had that animated, or they could reanimate it. It's not that hard to do. Just find it weird that they would remove them again. Even though I myself, I would have to say I prefer star shinies just because I like the star shape. Oh, that did not register. Do it again. Cuff, Megas, Cuff, Z-Boost, Cuff, Dynamax. Yeah. That's just so many things that they took from us. Okay, that sounds very dramatic, but still, I mean, why introduce things like that and then just take them away again? But nonetheless, I mean, it won't be... Maybe they will introduce it again. And then in the future, should, I don't know, Generation 10 bring Square Shinies back, who knows? And you will, if you get one of my clones, then they will be Square again. That will be such a wonderful Kyogre. Granted, the Groudon that I got on the Rayquaza in Pokemon Ruby, they have 3 perfect IVs, and that's hard to top, I have to say. Okay, what do I get? Something that I don't want. Oh, that did not register, I didn't press it hard enough. Don't know if that Ian timer sound makes anyone nervous. Hopefully not. But yeah, there's so many other things that they took away, and or maybe there's some things also that they, I don't know, that other games did correctly and they never bothered to do it like that game did. For example, in Pokemon Colosseum, it doesn't matter if there's more than one Pokemon on the field, you can still use your Pokeball. And yet in Pokemon X and Y, when you have a wild battle with multiple Pokemon on the field, it says, oh, you can't aim, which, okay, so the protagonists of Pokemon Colosseum and XC are better at aiming then, or why does it work in these games? Don't think the Ian timer makes a sound for us. Oh, you don't hear it? Well, that's good. I mean, some people told me that they do find it a bit annoying. If you don't hear the pop sound. No, I don't want that one. Yeah, it doesn't matter too much if you hear it or not, because it's important that I hear it. because then I can time myself correctly. I also use the visual cue, but the audio cue is what I concentrate myself on the most. Some people prefer visual only, but I'm also looking at the chat and sometimes on the looking at the Discord or something else, and if you don't hear it, then I'll miss it. Okay, 5 seconds. Let's go. By the way, does 8-bit mean that the commands used consist of 8 bits? Doesn't have to be like that, right? There's sometimes you can have something that is, for example, 64-bit and it uses less bits, or sometimes a 8-bit thing that can theoretically be 16-bit in some regard. But usually if it is 8-bit, then usually that means that the commands are 8-bit as well. But with 8 bits you can already have a lot of possible states that you can use, so just to have a simple computer in Minecraft, that would be enough. But I have seen people doing a 32-bit computer as well in Minecraft. Don't remember if I've seen a 64-bit one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was possible. Let's see. What do I get? A Wurmple that's not shiny. The shiny Wurmple is purple. Purple Wurmple. That rhymes. I can already check what is next in store for us, so do I get... No, I don't. Unfortunately, Lotad on this route, on Route 102, will not be square, so... Could get a square shiny Poochyena. What about Ralts? Nope, no shiny Ralts at all. No shiny Circuit. Surskit, yeah, but 54,000, that is way too long. Don't want to wait that long. Zigzagoon. Could also get a square shiny Zigzagoon. Winkle, no, that's too late. That is way too late. 104. What about Tailo? Oh, I can get a square shiny Tailo as well. Good to know. And then 110. Well, let's say for a bit later. Petalburg Woods I can already enter though. I am that far. Shroomish, what about Shroomish? Lax, that is like in the 19,000 frames. That is way too much of a wait. What about Silcoon? No, that doesn't even give me a square shiny. That one just gives me a sassy one. Tailo, no Tailo. Slack off? Nah, okay. So, okay, Shroomish, no square Shroomish, unfortunately. Will only be... Where else? Well, there's not a lot of areas where I can go to because it's still very early in the game. Haven't even beaten the first gym leader yet. But those are the options that we have now. And yeah, there's of course much more options to come later. There's also the possibility of going to the Safari Zone in this game. Granted, that will give me less than in Emerald, but Square Safari Shinies does sound very interesting. Especially when I get Surf later on. A lot of water Pokemon that you get Modest is a good nature for them to have. But I do remember getting what Lotad. This one will be sassy, but won't there be a... I think there's a Lotad somewhere that I can get, which is going to be Modest. Trying to find it, but Newell in the shop would be interesting as well. 114, the Lotad, yeah, that one has. No, that one won't give me a... What about Lombre? Oh, that will give me a Modest Lombre. That would be... Right. I think that would be worth considering. Since Ludicolo is nice to have. Let's see. I mean, pink is my favorite color, but I would love to see a purple Wurmple now. But yeah, if Lombre, I do want a, let's say, competitive Ludicolo. And I think this will be the frame that I will use to get that. I just have to not maybe use the water stone that early, because I bet there's some interesting attacks that I would learn. Because if you use the if you use an evolutionary stone a bit too early, then it usually won't learn the attacks when it evolves. Well, I have to check what Ludicolo is used like in Generation 3. So apparently it learns... Not Thief, but... Oh my god, I just did a very stupid thing. I forgot to hover above the Oddish, and now I've messed up the reset or the RNG manipulation. Oh well. It's when you're too focused on looking something up. So yeah, that also means that we'll get some interesting... I mean, all the Reggies I will hunt again. And this time some of them will be Square Shinies. Not all of them, because Modest isn't really such a good nature for a Registeel or a Regirock. I do wonder how long 90,000 would be like, but I mean, I can pace it later into Eon time and see what it gives me, but I do have a feeling that would be ridiculously long. Definitely longer than 10 minutes. What else do I have? Route 115. Tailo. Okay, some sassy Talos. Swablu could be square. Okay, interesting. I did it again, didn't I? Why am I keep doing this? I keep doing this stupid thing. Okay, this time I won't do it again. Jeez. Okay. Hover above. There we go. Jeez, not happening again. Okay, so Swablu I can get as a modest square. What about Swellow? No, Sassy would be okay, but Jigglypuff? Oh yeah, I can get a square shiny Jigglypuff, okay. It will be female. How about Wingull? No, no Wingull. Nincada? No. Skitty. Oh no, I'm not gonna wait that long for a Skitty. Forget about that. Whismur? I mean, I already have several. Nah. Does give me quite a bit of sassy shinies, but no. Me and Zigzagoon already have as a square. So, I think I'm gonna skip that one. Oh, Rosalia. Oh, unfortunately no square Rosalia shiny. That would be nice. How long would 78? Oh, 1,322 minutes. Insane. No thank you. That would be way too long of a wait. Okay, so Wurmple again. This is the frame that I want, not this. Not insane. Oops, I think I did a mistake. Yeah, I did. Not on route 101. I'm around 102. I'm on route 101, and the Wurmple that I just entered was not a square one. Still be funny if I get it, but maybe I should stop getting lost in Pokefinder. My cousin and I did the calculations and it would take 9 days to load in Pokemon Red into a computer with our current data uploader thingy. 9 days, wow. Well, but at the end it will do it. It just takes 9 days. Okay, I'll do the reset anyway. Maybe we do get a non-square shiny, ironically, in a stream titled Square Shinies, but no, it's not. Oops, no. Not that one. I want this. There we go. This is the one that will give me the square one. And keep checking what I can show you in the future, or what we can get in the future. What about Meryl? Oh, no, unfortunately not. Okay, Oddish, I have enough. I could get a square shiny Volbeat, interesting. What about Illumise? No shiny Illumise at all. Surskit? Way too late. Zigzagoon, I bet I can get, but... What about Electrike? No square Electrike. Linoone? No. Manectric? No. Wingull, yes, I could get a square modest Wingull. What about Kecleon? No. No, Tropius. No shiny Tropius at all. Right. Road 119 isn't that interesting. Would also need 1 megabyte of storage for save, which is way too much for this type of computer. So you could load it, but you can't save it. Oh, can I get an Absol? No, no shiny Absol. Oh well. What about Gloom? Yeah, but not square. Okay. Shuppet. Several shinies, but they're all sassy shinies. What else do we have? 123. I think it's the same because they use the same. I mean, Rustaf Tunnel obviously will give me that. So I could get a square shiny Whismur. Zubat I could get, okay. Although Modest isn't really the best nature for a Zubat. What about Sweel? Fortunately not a... What about here? No, but I can get a... Yes, a Modest Snorunt, square Snorunt. That does depend if I can get to the ice room in the Shoal Cave. Because, depend... I did it again! Why do I keep doing this? Ah! God, this is probably my least focused stream so far. Maybe it's because the time is so short that I just keep forgetting, but I need to click on it and hover over Sweet Scent for it to work, or else it doesn't, obviously. But yeah, Snorunt I can get. But the whether or not you can reach the ice room in the Shoal Cave depends on the time of day. Because it depends whether there's a high or low tide. And on this Sapphire cartridge, it's always night. And I think that means that I can reach the ice room, because night... I'd have to check that again. Shoal Cave. Doesn't list the times. But if I do remember it correctly, during the night you can go to the ice room, and that would mean that we could get a shiny Snorunt. That would be nice. Especially Modest. That is a very good nature for one. That also means shiny, Modest, square Rayquaza. So shiny Rayquaza is already something that almost everyone, should you have one, will envy you for. One of the most wanted shinies I can think of. No, not this. There we go. And it being a rarer subtype of shinies is even better. So that, a Kyogre, the Latis, some of the Reggies, Metagross. Even though a Modest Metagross is not really a good nature, but still. Maybe I'd have to give them nicknames too, so I can remember which ones are square and which ones aren't, even though I could still look at the train ID and then know. If it's going to be 61,605, then I know, okay, that has to be my Sapphire save file. Could show up now. Don't know why the... Not that accurate right now. but I really do want that. Shiny Wurmple is a really nice shiny. It's also interesting because I already tried the sassy one, and that tried as in I evolved it to see what it will become. And would be nice or interesting that you could get different shiny Wurmples that will evolve into the different evolutions. At least I would need 100 Pokemon in my Pokedex on Sapphire to finally be able to use Pokemon Box. Let's see. Still no shiny. Lucky enough, I mean, I can do a lot of resets now with this specific save file. It's just such a shame that the Latias generated with this one will be pretty bad. In Modest is a good nature for Latias, but oh, excuse me. The IVs will be messed up because of that stupid glitch. Have you heard about a Minecraft mod called Cobblemon? No, I haven't. What is Cobblemon about? Cobblemon. Sounds like you can make mons out of cobble. Is that what it is? Is it just exactly what it says on the tin? As TV Tropes so eloquently puts it. And also that website has ruined my life. Let's see. No, that is a Zigzagoon. Really ashamed that there's no video battle method or, I mean, the painting method I could use to get the higher frames, at least in Sapphire. Because I don't take anything after 20,000 frames because that would be too long of a wait. The timid Regice that I tried to get, when I did get, was already 5 minutes of wait time. Let's see what I hopefully it will come fast. It's Pokemon mod for Minecraft. The Pokemon actually look like they belong in Minecraft rather than Pixelmon. Oh, so they look even better than the actual Pixelmon. Not surprised, sometimes fans do things better than the companies. Alright. Let's see. Oh, jeez. One of these days, again. Sometimes I'm on fire and sometimes I'm like this. Not on fire, I guess. On ice? Nah. Funny how a egg can get Pokerus. Not sure how that works. I mean, of course, it just... the game does it because it's possible, obviously, but the thought of an egg being infected with a virus is weird, although not even sure if that occurs in nature. Now that I am mentioning it and thinking about it, I've never even read anything about a egg being infected with a virus in real life. But I wouldn't be surprised if it would work, or if it would be possible. Right, so there can be a virus prevalence in egg samples. That's fair. I mean, still, congratulations, your egg has Pokerus, so you get born with Pokerus. Nope. Really like that the third generation have a few really nice text box borders. Like this one, the colorful one. There's another colorful one that I like that I use in Pokemon Ruby. And I use the pink one in Pokemon Emerald. I have another Ruby, a German Ruby that I plan on RNGing with you. So online as a stream. So you guys can see live as it happens. I'm gonna go for Torchic. I think I already know, I think I know what I'm gonna name it. If you have a suggestion for a nickname for the shiny Trico, then go for it, because I was thinking about a good nickname, but I couldn't really find one. So maybe someone, some guy, girl, whatever from my viewers has a much better name. It could already evolve, but I still didn't want to at least not evolve it yet. I do want to also do a short, because I do find them, people do like them. At least I get positive reactions from the shorts where I show how the shinies evolve. It's not something everyone sees, and I do think that a lot of shinies look much better in the Generation 3 games, because the colors pop more. For some reason, when they transitioned from 2D through 3D in X and Y, a lot of shiny colors, or just Pokemon colors in general, they got more faded. And that's why they don't look as impressive as they used to. Which is a shame. Let's see. No, as a pink one. To be fair, 77 seconds. Can't really complain about that. Named the Trico after the new German law that legalizes marijuana. So the paragraph that does that? Or just after a strain? I mean, they're discussing it right now. I mean, they don't, technically it's not a legalization. I mean, they do want to make it so that it's not illegal to have the plant and grow it. And that you can consume yours, or at least your yield, let's say. But it's not like it's in, not the same way like you would have in the Netherlands, where there's coffee shops. At least not yet. And let's see, apparently they will sign the law starting in April. So let's see where that goes. In Luxembourg, growing the plant has already been legalized for a longer time. But then again, we don't have coffee shops like they have in the Netherlands, where the drug gets you know, you can go there and buy and consume it. Which I think is better because I don't want young people, minors, to touch that. I want so that only a legal adult can get access or have access to that drug. And when you can grow it at home, I mean, sure, that's good that it's legal. It should have never been illegal in the first place, in my opinion, because prohibitions don't work with drugs. It just doesn't. There's always, I mean, it doesn't matter what you think about it. There's always going to be humans, people, whoever who will want to use drugs. If it's a hard or a soft one, doesn't matter. And that, I mean, you can't just say, oh, I don't want it to be that way and then take it all away. That just doesn't work. I mean, in the US, the prohibition on alcohol has not helped at all, and all the other prohibitions they just don't help. So it would be even better if they went the second step and made it so there's specialized shops that sell them, and that they don't let minors in. Because a dealer is not gonna ask for your ID. And then you don't know what's inside, you know. Sometimes, and that is... You should be very careful about that. Sometimes some dealers, they use hairspray or sand, for example, bird sand, or other things to make it so that the buds, when they sell them, have more weight, so they can charge more for the drug. But then that is really horrible for your health if you smoke that or inhale it, because you're not just inhaling the plant matters and the terpenes, but you're also inhaling something else like sand or other like spray that has chemicals in it that you do not want to heat and then breathe in. Even if you use a dry vaporizer that doesn't where you don't inhale smoke of any kind, if still never ever heat things like that where you don't know what's inside. It's a big risk. And I think, and I mean, I would say I know enough politically about the issue that I can say with confidence that it would be much better than that we would have specialized stores selling it. So that doesn't happen, and that is important. No bad chemicals on it, so the illegal dealer should fade away and should be replaced by someone who sells it professionally, where the state can check, okay, or the government, is it healthy, does it have anything else in it? And the second thing is that I want minors to not be able to get to it. Or at least, I mean, let's be super realistic. Of course, even with these things set in place, there's still going to be, unfortunately, minors who will have access to cannabis. But if it's not laced with, I don't know, hairspray or bird sand or anything like that, then at least they're smoking or consuming something that doesn't have these chemicals. Even though it's not good that they are consuming the drug in the first place as a minor, because the brain hasn't developed yet. But still, I'd rather much have that being consumed than hairspray and other toxic chemicals. People were mixing orange juice and shaving cream as a substitute for wine and beer here. Ugh, shaving cream? Oh god, that must be... I'm just trying to think of how that would taste, and... disgusting. Okay, in timer, are you alright? Showing 0 to 3 here. Are you getting tired? Let's reopen it. Okay, now you're not giving me the visual one. Do it again. Come on. Ian Timer is being weird again, but oh well. Alcohol prohibition ended decades ago, but they need to legalize other drugs and promote rehabilitation centers over prison. Yeah, exactly. Prison doesn't help. Addiction is a sickness. It's an illness. It needs to be treated and not, putting them in prison doesn't work. Demonstrably so. But this is US, so they won't do that. Yeah, I mean, it's also a easy way to get free slaves, right? I know this might sound like a conspiracy theory, but if you imprison a lot of addicts, then, I mean, you guys have private prisons, which is, as a European, a massive culture shock for me. I wouldn't even dream of there being private prisons in the first place, as opposed to, government prisons. But yeah, you have guys in there incarcerated who work almost for free, so they make a lot of profit with that, so it's in their interest to lock up a lot of addicts. That's very unfortunate. Okay, also open and close Ian Timer again, so I don't like the ticking sound that much. Doesn't even give me shiny anyway. Oops. Pop. There we go. We would also sail out at sea to trade stuff with Soviets to get vodka. Yeah, I don't think you were the only nation doing that. Only have a jailhouse here, no prisons. Oh, so you have absolutely no prisons at all? That is interesting. I mean, yeah, the Faroese Islands are very small, right? Just like Luxembourg, but Luxembourg does have a prison. For-profit prisons are great for society. For-profit prisons, yeah, exactly. They're saying that, but I mean, the reoffend rate with addicts is. It's just the data shows that it doesn't work. Hey there, Ahmed. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? No, it's okay. Don't. No need to apologize. I mean, this isn't a appointment where I expect you, like some kind of classroom, to arrive at 8 p.m. Also keeps people from voting. Yeah, exactly. That's another strategy. So you can block certain political enemies or minorities from voting. It's disgusting, but it's unfortunately a reality. And drug possession is a felony which stops them from ever voting again. Yeah, exactly. That's something that's also weird because in the beginning I didn't know that in the US, if you are a felon or if you are in prison, if you are incarcerated, however you want to say it, you aren't allowed to vote. And in Luxembourg, it's not like that. And I don't think that it's like that as well in Germany, France, any EU country. If you are incarcerated, you can still vote. You just vote in prison. But in the US, if you are incarcerated, you can't vote. Which is also another culture shock to me. Because it's the first time hearing something like this being the way that it is. Would have been here earlier if one of my own family members didn't decide to ditch me and leave me walk all the way home. Hey, no need to apologize. Sorry about what happened. But you're here now, that's what counts, and I'm always happy even if you guys just hang around for a couple of minutes. Still no shiny, dang it. And half the states here allow felons to vote now. That's at least that is progress. But that's still too few. To my knowledge, in the EU, the felons can vote. Not sure about Switzerland, because Switzerland, it's in Europe, yes. But what a lot of Americans forget is that Switzerland isn't part of the EU, so it doesn't have EU rules. And even if, I mean, I did cross the Swiss border before. Many of them, actually. And I did have to apply for a visa, although for if you have a Luxembourgish passport, you'll get one to go to Switzerland really easily. I did cross the Swiss border from France and also from Germany and from Austria, and I think, yeah, also from Italy. So all the borders, I crossed them all, which isn't really easy in Europe, obviously. Okay, what is it? Ah, still no shiny, what the hell? Don't know what's wrong with me today. In rugby only allow 18 plus to vote. Same in Luxembourg, you have to be at least 18 to vote. And it also depends on your nationality. If you... What is it again? I think you need to have lived in Luxembourg for 15 years. So I know my dad, for example, he is not Luxembourgish, even though he's fluent in the language and he has lived there and worked there for decades, but he has a Italian passport and he's only allowed to vote in the communal elections and not the national elections, which I don't think is right because he's been living and working here for all his life basically, and he isn't allowed to vote on everything. Don't read this aloud. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean the, no. I can use the, I mean, I can read it. I don't think it will be blocked or demonetized. I mean, still have to get monetized in the first place, right? But, I get what you mean. It's just absolutely horrible how you get, some guys get, laughable, like, I mean, the sentences that they get are laughable, and it's a horrendous crime like CP, which is one of the worst crimes you could possibly commit, in my opinion. And then someone who sold cannabis gets a longer jail sentence. That's just absolutely insane. Yeah, the possession, yeah. That's why I'm not sure if they will legalize it like that in Germany starting next month, because there's one part in Germany which is called Bavaria. They are very conservative when it comes to cannabis, and they really don't want it to get legalized, so they try to postpone it. Which they've already done successfully, I might add. By the way, Murder Drone episode 7 released in just 1 hour and 21 minutes. New episode after 6 months. Oh, nice. But I still have to start with episode 1. Okay, so I've almost been 2 hours and it's still no shiny. Yeah, I still need to start with that. And I just now, human name, I've seen the computer. Yeah, it's just so fascinating that you can do that in Minecraft. There's also other creative games where I've seen people do a make a computer or anything that computes. Bavaria is in Munich, is it? Yeah, Munich is in Bavaria. It's an area in Germany. I was there multiple times. It's really nice. It's the food is super great. I mean, even the especially the Käsespätzle, that is just love it. But unfortunately, they are culturally very conservative to a lot of things, and it's a shame. Hey there, Alex. Welcome to the stream, and shout out to you because you are currently the $5 Patreon, and I cannot thank you enough for that. So you do know what that means. That means you get to pick 5 shinies a month that I will clone and transfer to you, and as well as the other perks that you get, like a more scheduled personal calls on Discord or another app. And hopefully you are doing well. Until now, the hunt isn't really going well. To be honest, haven't gotten a single shiny yet. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm on fire and it just works immediately, and sometimes I just keep missing. But yeah, this is my new save file, a Sapphire cartridge that I have that gives me. I mean, I did manage to find a trainer ID and secret ID combination that will give me square shinies in just slightly above a minute, which is really good, and they're modest, and as you can see, the IVs are also pretty good. So, a rarer subtype of shinies, and that's what I'm trying to hunt now. Going for a Wurmple now. Haven't gotten one yet. Most right-wing politician there was a sock-damn Christian hippie. So he wants to legalize weed. I see. It's also extremely xenophobic, though. Yeah, weird, but yeah, I mean, some sock-dams are just kind of inconsistent when it comes to their political ideologies. But yeah, it's really interesting how, for example, Bernie Sanders is considered to be super leftist in the US, and it would be a standard run-of-the-mill politician in the EU. Not left at all. Know for a fact that Bavaria is the most rich city. Also have the best football club called Bayern München. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it is the best one. I mean, I do know that it's one of the most popular one, and they've won a lot of cups, I think. But Ahmed, you are the soccer football expert, not me. So, I mean, it is a really nice city. The food is amazing. The pretzels are just the best pretzels that I've ever had. Were from München. So Munich. Just, they were perfect. And the Käsespätzle they have, oh, it's like cheese and caramelized onions. So 2 weaknesses that I have. Can't say no to cheese, can't say no to caramelized onions. That's why my husband does them for me a lot, because I really like these. That's too much information for my sleepy brain. Let's talk about this somewhere later. Yeah, no problem. I apologize. I just want to support you. Enjoy the sun. Thank you. Thank you so much. But I know how it is sometimes when I awake in the morning. I need my coffee first, or else the brain is still in you know, the Windows screen starting up. It takes a while for the neurons to properly start and boot up. But also, most Germans from other cities feel jealous of Bavaria. Yeah, I have noticed that Bavaria is also an area where there's that rhymes, but anyway, it's an area in Germany where the salaries are very high. and you got a lot of tech jobs or jobs in the car industry where they are very a lot of people want to work in Bavaria, but the rent is really, really expensive there. No, that most true. Yeah, I mean, jealous I can see. Not all of them. Like I said before, with football, you're more the expert, Ahmed. Also known for Bear, yeah. They are also known for... there's been a case where some guy had, I think, not even 100 milligrams of cannabis on his shoe. And that was enough to get him arrested in Bavaria. So it wasn't even his, he said. And I do believe that person, even though I don't know him. But, I mean, just imagine stepping on cannabis. And, you know, these buds, they tend to be sticky because of the... I've forgotten the scientific name. But there's something that's very sticky that is usually the part of the plant that has the THC in it that people want to get high. At least that's what makes you become high. And I mean, imagine just willy-nilly, you don't know you're not even aware that you step on it and it sticks to you. And a cop, because a cop saw that, it's not even yours, you'll go to jail. That would be outrageous. Politician is now in Mioflokinum, which is the most right-wing party here. Oof. Mioflokor means centrist party, of course. Oh, if that's the most right-wing, well, that is actually very base, because Luxembourg got some more conservative parties who are basically imitating, echoing, whatever you want to say. They are blabbering about the same stupid things that the right in America is talking about, wokeness and all that. That's not what is the issue right now in Luxembourg. 100 milligrams of cannabis is nothing. What the hell? Yeah, I think it was even less. Hang on, let's see if I can find it. Can't find immediately, but it was really, I mean, that is just outrageous. It wasn't even his. And they are known, the police in Bavaria are known if they find like very little pieces of bud that you can't even use to consume, right? Because it wouldn't be enough. Like the rest that you'd find maybe in a grinder, that would be enough for you to go to jail. The politicians in Bavaria really hate cannabis. And they over-hate it. I mean, I wish they would prosecute people harder that do worse crimes. I mean, to me, having cannabis isn't a crime. If you don't hand it to a minor or let a minor consume that, then whatever you do to your own body, that's none of my business. I mean, if you're an adult and you know what you're doing, I'm also not going around telling people to stop drinking alcohol, even though, alcohol is much worse. It's also much unhealthier than cannabis. That's just a fact. But still, I don't go around telling people what to do with their own bodies. Even if that may induce or include some kind of self-harm or self-intoxication. Because that is what you're doing when you're drinking alcohol, right? Especially in Bavaria, where they have as you've certainly heard of before, the Oktoberfest. Where they just binge drink alcohol. Oh, there we go, finally. There it is. Shiny Wurmple. Finally, there we are. That's the first square shiny for tonight. Last two weeks, things not good as last month. There's no option to sleep enough. And I just woke up after 2 hours of an unexpected nap. I hope you're safe though, Alex. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not the kind of person to pray because it doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't do anything. But I really hope every single day. I know it doesn't do anything, but I just hope every single day that unnecessary war stops as fast as it can, just as early as it can. War is just it's a waste. Right, what Pokeball should we use? I have a luxury ball. Not a master ball, don't need that. Let's try a normal Pokeball. Yeah, that should be good. Praise RNGs. What are the 3 things that you think when somebody says Italy? I think of pizza, Milan, and The Godfather. Okay, got the Wurmple. I'm gonna save. Very good. So on to the next one, I would say. Which would be, what do we have on Route 102? Lotat wasn't, nah, okay. 103, nah, 104. That's a Wurmple again. Let's go to Petalburg Woods and try a... Nah, Shroomish doesn't give me anything. Well, let's go heal. What I think about when I think of Italy, I mean, I first think of my family because I am of Italian descent, at least from my father's side, right? And I think of pizza, or just not pizza in general, but their food as well. So that's 102. The third thing, I think their music, or just the beaches. Because I've been there a lot of times. So we could get a shiny Poochyena square 1, but what do I get in the Petalburg Woods? So that would be slot 0 and slot 6, sorry. 0 is a Zigzagoon. No Shroomish. No Silcoon, no Silcoon, sorry. Talo, nah, okay. Huh. Okay, it's not like we have a lot of choice right now because it's still very early in the game. But we could go for a Poochyena, so that would be 3 frames later, and that would be... We are right now on Route 103, so let's go for the Poochie. The head of the party has said they are not actually a centrist party. Well, I mean, a lot of centrists are essentially, how do I say it without sounding rude? I always call them fence sitters because they are usually too scared to commit to one side politically. But a lot of people who say they are centrist are usually not centrist at all. They are more likely conservative, or at least some kind of right wing. Rather follow the policies of God, whether they're right wing or left wing. I mean, if you read the Bible, Jesus is super left wing. He'd be a hippie communist. Yeah, the party is that type of centrist. I know, centrist, yeah. It happens just so much when I ask people. They say, yeah, I'm a centrist, and then you ask them, you know, you kind of interview them to see how they lean politically, and it always is not centrism, it's right wing, but they are too afraid to say right wing. Just be honest at this point, come on. And I just feel like it's a little hypocritical for Bavaria when they have an entire festival exactly, where a bunch of people abuse alcohol for a few days. Or what the things that I've seen. To be fair, you never see me there during Oktoberfest because I don't drink alcohol at all, not a single drop. I can't even remember the last time I drank alcohol, and then I think that's maybe a couple of years, maybe a decade. No, not a decade, but I forgot. The things that I drank were in really super small quantities. And usually they were like a rice sake that I got for my birthday because I did my birthday celebration in a Japanese restaurant. And I don't know, sake isn't that strong. Still, I don't like it, so I don't go out looking for alcohol. So you're never gonna find me there. I especially don't like beer. At least wine has a nice grape taste that comes along with it before the alcohol taste ruins everything for me. But beer is just bleh. I don't like it. I know that is blasphemy to some of you who love beer. I'm not gonna steal your beer from you. You can enjoy all the beer that you want. I will not come for your beer, but yeah, it is completely hypocritical. And I mean, the videos that I saw from there, it's not just alcohol abuse, it's really binge drinking to the point of fainting and vomiting out your entire the entire contents of your stomach and other things. It's just, geez, it's very creepy and not a good. I mean, I also see kids there. And then that's sadly very common in Germany and in Luxembourg sometimes as well, where they have children that are like 12 years old or 13, and they give them a sip of the beer. Don't give your minors alcohol. That's really not good. And I mean, they are accepting of that, but then if someone has a piece of a cannabis butt on his shoe, that is enough for jail. What the hell? Anyway, should I use Togepi in Pokemon Platinum? Yeah, Togepi is really nice, and you'll get a Togekiss later. It's just Togepi is pretty hard to get in Platinum. It's very rare, but I do think you can get it in the wild. It's just a very specific part where you can get it. Drink wheat drinks, but without alcohol. Yeah, there's beer or just drinks with that's a normal Poochyena. I mean, also if any one of you, of course, if it's legal for you and you're not a minor, if you enjoy your alcohol, sure. But as with every drug, the moderation is very important. Do not overdo it. It's just very disturbing, some weird cultural trends or views that we have towards one drug and towards another drug, especially in Bavaria. Still, I want to go back. To be fair, I'm not the kind of person that the police would look for, but still, I find it unfair. I actually knew some people from university who really got into some serious trouble just because they had a bit of cannabis on them. One even lost his driver's license and his job, and that is pretty extreme. It's not like he was driving under the influence. Because that, of course, never do that. Do not drink and drive. Do not smoke a joint and drive. That is just very dangerous and careless. Don't do that, obviously. You could theoretically, or you could potentially hurt someone really bad. Be involved in an accident. But it wasn't even that. The person I'm talking about from uni, he didn't drive under the influence. He smoked a joint the weekend before, and it was like Tuesday. And of course there's some rest, some metabolism rest. So your body uses the THC, and then it gets transformed into THC-COOH, and that's what they find in your blood. But that's not the compound that has the psychoactive effect. That's just what comes out at the end of it. So they check that in the urine, and then they say because you smoked a couple of days ago, that means you are driving under the influence. That is like drinking a beer last weekend, and on Wednesday you get stopped during a traffic stop, and you're completely sober. You test for 0, right? But they still, because you drank a beer. Oh, there we go. Shiny square puppy. Well, that was much quicker than the other one. But yeah, it's just how they do it, not very scientific, and it's more ideological, and I'm really not a fan of that. Hopefully that will change. I also want to go back to Munich. Yeah, well, when did I go last time? That has 2019. It's been a long while. From Luxembourg to say Ultra Ball fits with the colors. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Second shiny gotten. Very good. Can also get a square shiny Zigzagoon, so let's go for that as well. Let's just go for all the ones that I can go for. But yeah, what I wanted to say before was, I did it before, a drive from Luxembourg to Munich is about 7 hours or 6 hours. And I mean, it's a long drive, but to be fair, Germany is just really large. Oh, actually, I'm checking it, and okay, now because there's no traffic now, it would be a 5-hour drive. But usually you'll get at least some traffic jams on the way, so it usually comes out at around 7 hours that I have to drive. Of course, including breaks and, bathroom breaks, or just breaks where you just need to stretch your legs a bit and get them moving. I don't know if any of you drove a car for over 4 hours before. Not as a passenger, actually driving the car. But at one point, your legs, at least I feel like it, my legs just say, hey, I want to move now, and not just press on one pedal the whole time. Planning to start a Nuzlocke in a few weeks. I want to ask, if I go in a cave, can I still catch a Pokemon, or only in routes? That depends. That depends on the rule set that you follow. There's some rules of Nuzlocke that say if it's a new area, then that is okay. So if there's a cave on a certain route, then outside on the route catching a Pokemon, and then inside that cave, that would be considered 2 separate areas, so that would work. But I've also seen Nuzlocks that say no, just 1 single per route. But I mean, I would do it with the lax rules in that case. I would allow the cave. 14-hour plane ride for you? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jeez. I mean, the longest plane ride that I had was 10 hours. That was from Frankfurt, Germany to the Maldives for my honeymoon. God, did I hate that. I hate flying. I really hate it. But of course the Maldives were picture perfect. Just a shame that I need to take a plane. And it's very expensive. My husband and I could only afford because we got some money from our wedding guests. We had we pooled in some money. There's guests that gave us money, both in cash and in transfers, and that's the only way we could afford it. Because it does count. You have to count in at least several $1,000s. For some reason, they're not U.S. territory, but they use dollars, which is very strange. And that's the first time I actually had dollars in my hands. And that's when I noticed, I do think I've talked about that on a previous stream before, but I can mention it again. I did notice that the dollars are all, they have the same shape and they have the same ratio from length to width, to depth, however you want to call it. And they have, I mean, they all feel the same, and with the euro it's different because a 5 euro has a different ratio than the 10 euro. That's for blind people, so that blind people are able to distinguish the bills, and with the American dollar you can't do that. But to be fair, I did notice that they were different, but it was a blind person telling me that's why. And that is, again, when you are able-bodied, you don't realize how good you have it. And then you realize, oh yeah, of course, a blind person needs to know what bill they are using. So I guess blind people in the US, they use their phones or their cards to pay. Drugs here are called Rusaitur, which means disorder poison. Disorder poison, okay, interesting. Faroese, I really like what it translates to directly. Really like it. Alcoholic drinks here are called Rusreka, which means disorder drink. Oh, so the Rus part is the disorder, okay. Interesting. Disorder drink, a drink that disorders you. Don't know why people here get mad when I call alcohol a drug. It is a drug. Caffeine is also a drug. That's just a scientific fact. It's a molecule that has a very specific effect on your psyche. That's a drug. Just like nicotine is also a drug. So if you smoke a lot of cigarettes and you're addicted, then you're more of a junkie than the occasional stoner. At least in my eyes, because you consume a drug much more often. And I don't look down on addicts. I don't think that view of addicts is helpful at all. And there's a lot of addicts out there. I don't know their backstory, and I can have empathy with the fact that their lives might be so terrible or unbearable that they need to find some escape. And yeah, we need to help them. Great, because some Pokemon I love are only in cave, like Aggron, Solrock, or Salamence. Yeah, that as well. You get more variety. I hate how much money and time it takes to travel. Yeah, same. I mean, I still need to find a job. Still haven't got one. So right now I'm unable to travel, but the time, I mean, I don't mind if it's with the car and it's close, or with the train. But planes, I try to evade planes as much as possible. I've been on boats as well, but never on yachts and never on cruises, because, I mean, first, they're too expensive. I can't afford cruises at all. And they're also not that great for the environment. Yeah, especially as an American, I'd guess Kaiser comes and you really liked Europe. And I mean, all I can do, for example, I did it with James. Granted, he's from the UK, but I did have people come over from another continent before, friends that I have, like James, for example. And I'd also be willing to host. For example, my husband has also some American friends that might come over one day, but it's also the plane tickets that just cost so much. And to be fair, if you have a friend in Europe where you can stay so you don't have to pay a hotel, then it's much cheaper, but still the plane ticket in and of itself is already very expensive. Imagine being with someone who is blind and they see a beautiful thing and they say, look, that thing is beautiful. Well, yeah, but I've had a blind person tell me my voice is beautiful, so they do manage to not see but feel or hear beauty with their other senses. That's a normal doggy. Always wanted to hike across Europe. Oh yeah, Europe has a lot of places where you can hike and you got wonderful views, like Austria or northern Italy. In Switzerland, they have very nice hiking trails. Germany has also a lot of hiking trails. The Netherlands as well, with especially in Italy, Austria, and in Switzerland, you have views that are just absolutely breathtakingly amazing, with mountains and lakes and trees, and it's all really colorful. It's like you are in a painting. I can only recommend that. It costs too much and I have too many problems with my body. Oh, you mean with not being fit for the hike? Yeah, I mean, hiking does require a lot of stamina, and your joints need to be in good condition, and you better not have any knee problems or joint problems or just bone problems, because then the hike will be pretty painful. Oh, you mentioned voice, yeah. I mean, I did have a blind teacher once. And people, or the students that I had in my class, they thought they could do things in secret. And he wouldn't notice because he didn't see it, but he heard it. And he heard if someone was doing something in secret. I don't know how he could tell, but he was really good at that. It was very fascinating. And he was a really good English teacher as well. Hope he's doing alright. But it was him, he said that my voice was beautiful, and I thanked him. And he knew that I was blonde, because he was born blind, he didn't know what blonde is. Because, I mean, can't see color, right? But he just knew that because that's what everyone said. Favorite place so far was either Switzerland or Salzburg, Austria. Yeah, Salzburg is really nice. I need to go back to Austria as well. So many places I want to visit, as well as Spain. I've only been to Mallorca, so the island. And I want to go to the other parts of Spain as well. But still, it's a money issue. I mean, I wouldn't go by plane, I would drive there and do a road trip. So on my way, I mean, I would have to drive through France and then visit some places in France, while on my way to Spain, and then visit some places there. Remember you asked me about my favorite single last stream, forgot to answer. Ah, yeah, I did. But you can still tell me, or not. That's up to you, Alex. Had an idea that either kills you or fixes human sight. What would that be? I mean, some cases of blindness can be fixed, right? But there's a lot of different kinds of blindness. Such as there's a lot of kinds of cancers. That's why one uniform, always applicable cure for cancer will probably not be found, because there's just so many ways to get cancer and how they develop, and they have different points at when they develop or start. Oh, you have to go? Well, thank you for being part of the stream, human name, and see you next time. My left side is seriously injured. Ah, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Tore a tendon in my left foot. Oh, that must hurt. Oof. My rotator cuff in my left shoulder. Ouch. So that was during you did sports, I guess? Hey there, James. Welcome back to the stream. I've missed you here. Hope you're doing good. Sorry I'm late. I'm not as busy as I thought tonight. Well, I'm glad that I could see you. I've gotten a couple of Shinies for the first hour or so. My timing wasn't really that good, but now gotten this one. The other one is in the box. But yeah, this is my Sapphire, where I'm pretty much at the beginning of the game. And I'm trying to get as many square Shinies as I can. Already got the starter, of course. If you want to tell, I'm trying to get my brain going. I know how that works, or how that feels like. Went to only one country, China, was fun. Oh, you went to China? I've never been to China. The only place in Asia where I've been to was the Maldives, and that's it. I never left Europe, actually. Before that, plan on changing that, but because I hate flying, that will be a bit complicated. Although I would prefer doing a longer road trip, like come over by ship with my car to America and then do a road trip. That would be more interesting to me than with the plane. There are a couple of guys I really like to listen to. My last discovery was Daniel Tompkins. Don't know about him. Should check him out. Fantastic voice. Yeah, there's some singers who I'm amazed by their voice, by their power, by their range. Listening to the stream while swapping parts around between two old desktops. I want to get the Windows 2000 working again. Yeah, hopefully that will work. That's why I never try the things that you tried, because I'm always scared that it will not work out. But if what you told me was true, of getting old PCs for a cheap price, then that would also be good. Love for all time is Ukrainian music. Have you ever heard about Boombox Band? No, I haven't. What genre do they do? Do they make? Shoulder rotator cuff injury happened during marching band. Oh, during marching band? That's very unlucky. Fell on the shoulder. Ouch. The foot injury was me being clumsy and falling down some stairs. Yeah, I'm also really clumsy. I know how that is. Luckily, I've never broken anything. But maybe that will change. Who knows what the future will hold. Hopefully not. Not big into sports. I see. That is a normal Zigzagoon. I do want that square shiny Zigzagoon. One is a Dell with Vista. Oh Jesus, I really don't like Vista. It was really slow, unnecessarily so. Got slowed down with that aero design. I mean, the aesthetic is nice, but Vista itself is not good. The other Dell had XP. I really like Windows XP. Put 2000 on it, kind of died when I tried installing NT4, the space theme OS. Yeah, that's why I don't really change too many things with old OSs. The Vista PC needs a new PSU, so if I can find a way to swap the PSUs over, I'll have a working machine, but obviously I'll get rid of Vista. Can you find a PSU in the UK? Have you ever heard of Queen? You mean the band with Freddie Mercury? I mean, that is one of the best singers ever, surely. Yeah, if you mean them, yeah. Britney Spears. There we go. Shiny Square Zigzagoon. Finally managed to show up. Let's use Spore. So practical that I have this Shroomish with Spore and False Swipe. Usually it doesn't learn that at the level that it's at, but obviously I bred it so it learned these moves. Really practical. Mostly rock music, but sometimes experiments that will be on your homework to listen. Alright, I'm pretty tolerant when it comes to genres. And I really like experimental things in the way that I like it when... what Pokeball do I use? Let's use a timer ball just for the lulz. Yeah, I'll listen to it. Suggest somebody you listen to. I'm not stopping to discover new music. I mean... Oh, got it. Nice. So a Square Zigzagoon just got caught, so we have that one. Save immediately. The music that I listen to is hardstyle mainly, if you know that genre, so that would be... I really like. Those aren't singers, they're DJs, but sometimes they collab with singers. Well, like, a lot is Headhunters, Noise Controllers, Frontliner, Wild Styles, Sound Rush, D-Block and Estefan. That would be my favorites, if that tells you anything. But, like, singing-wise, No Star... Oh, that's a Wurmple. I want a... Okay, I can get a Star Shiny Talo on Route 104, so let's go for that one. So this is Route 102. But yeah, singing-wise, who I really admire just by singing skill would be Mariah Carey. I'm not necessarily a fan of her music, although she has some songs that are really nice, but her voice is just holy crap. Her range is extreme. She's really powerful with her voice. A good singer, really. I mean, even though I really have heard that All I Want for Christmas Is You, I just can't hear it anymore. And anyone who works in retail will tell you the same. But I can't deny that her voice is amazing. Foot injury happened in Italy. Oh, what a coincidence, because that's where my brother once broke his arm at a restaurant. And we, as a family, the restaurant was colloquially named or known as the Arm Breaker Restaurant. That's what I called it as a child. Now, when I say Arm Breaker Restaurant in my family, everyone knows what I mean. Oh, you got COVID there. Oh, jeez. And the foot injury still couldn't stop me from exploring Rome. That is what I call dedication. But yeah, I think you saw that the healthcare in Italy isn't too bad. I mean, compared to other European countries, not the best, but it's not bad if you compare it to US healthcare, which is basically non-existent, right? 2000 machine has a working PSU, which I plan to take out. And in the Vista machine, I want to see what's on the old owner's hard drive. I see. Oh, you mistyped? Alright. didn't have any issues going down from XP to 2000. So I figured 2000 to another would be okay. Yes, but if you don't know what you're doing, you can mess things up. Still have the Windows 95 laptop, which I kind of don't want to get rid of, honestly. The one that you bought in Zarkon. Yeah, don't get rid of it, of course, don't. That would be a waste. Take my Michael Jackson as my singing idol. Yeah, Michael Jackson is a really good singer as well. And a good dancer, that's a different skill in its entirety. Was the one to get me into singing and writing songs. Oh, that's nice, so inspiration. Yeah, his songs are also very good. I worked retail at Christmas. All I want for Christmas was all you will hear. Yeah, I mean, I'm really annoyed by that song as well, but Mariah Carey in terms of singing ability is really up there, just godlike. COVID was very minor, so it was alright, but my long COVID symptoms screwed me up. Oh no, you have long COVID? What do you have? I got lucky, I did get COVID in October 2020, but I don't have long COVID, so I got really lucky there. Because my mom, unfortunately, and my dad got long COVID. My dad is just really tired all the time now, which isn't too bad. My mom has, like, she gets cramps and some immune reactions, like a allergy, even though she's not allergic against anything like that. It's unfortunate. Really nasty disease. My first thought, Square Zigzagoon, nice name for the band. Yeah, that does sound nice. Didn't you want to bring that one back to Luxembourg, or did your dad manage to fix the Windows 95 laptop? What does Square mean? So there's two types of Shinies, at least if you consider it from the stand or the viewpoint of Pokémon Sword and Shield. So a shininess is determined by the PID, and it does a certain it does a XOR, so exclusive OR calculation with your trainer ID and secret ID to see if it is shiny. If it's less than 8, it is shiny. And if the result is exactly 0, then it's a square shiny. So square shinies are a subset of shinies that are a bit rarer. But here you don't see them. You cannot see them because you can only see them in starting in Sword and Shield. So if you transfer them over, you would see them have little squares emerge instead of stars when they sparkle. That's the difference. And now with the Sapphire cartridge that I have here, I managed to RNG a trainer ID and secret ID combi that gives me square modest shinies, and that's really nice because the IVs are also not too bad. The US has arguably the best healthcare in the world, but no health insurance, so most can't afford it, which is the problem. Okay, if you're rich, you always get your way, to be fair. Spent way too much money on Michael Jackson albums, like the original pressings. The History LP set was like 300 euros. You still have it? I mean, you have them as vinyls, right? So that's pretty nice to collect. You can even hang them on the wall. I have one single vinyl, a hardstyle vinyl from Scantraxx Roots. Headhunters featuring Object Scantraxx Roots, that's what it is. But I don't have anything to play a vinyl. I want to hang it on the wall. I already have the I already have the track, the EP as digitally, so I have weird neurological issues, twitching and sensory problems. Oh no, that is so unfortunate. Hopefully that will not cause you too much trouble there. Tabitha Landry, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Missed you? Well, I'm back. I didn't plan. I mean, I couldn't stream on Wednesday, unfortunately. But I'm trying to amend things now by streaming more often during the coming weeks, because there's 1 week in April where I will not be able to stream at all. I think because I will be way too busy. The laptop 95 laptop works, but only in safe mode. I can bring it with me, of course, but I want to keep it. Ah, you want to keep it because we were talking about maybe you giving it to me, but if you want to keep it, then keep it. Just don't sell it or throw it away, because that would be a shame. Made the mistake of doing the NT4 setup from the Windows File Explorer or my computer. I forget what it's called in old Windows. Should have booted from disk on the startup. Oh, I see. Hey there, Classic. Welcome back to the stream. How you doing? Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Yes, I did it again. I'm so stupid. Ah. For some reason... Okay, why didn't it register? For some reason, I sometimes forget to hover over a sweet scent. British healthcare is free, so it's Luxembourgish, I mean, state or tax funded, right? Wondering how my day was. Check the Discord. Oh, I see, okay. I still have the original vinyls, yeah. Oh, nice. You'll have to show me the vinyl you have sometime. I don't think I ever saw it. You can get cheap players for like 10 euros. Yeah, my parents have a player, but I didn't buy the vinyl to play it. I bought it because I liked the album art and I wanted to hang it up on the wall. I've one Michael Jackson vinyl, but turns out it was pirate recording from Uzbekistan, late Soviet times. Oh, those are very rare though, right? I've heard about bootlegs from Uzbekistan, like music bootlegs and vinyl bootlegs. I don't even know why specifically that country has so many music bootlegs or pirates. Will you be doing Wednesday, the day I fly down to you? The thing is, the day after that would be my birthday, and we'd be busy doing the... I mean, that would not be... would be too stressful. So I don't. Maybe I'll have to stop earlier, and not sure if I can do that because I'd have to bring my desktop computer to my parents' place, and my laptop is unfortunately not strong enough to be able to stream. So I don't think I'll be able to stream that week. If you're okay with me keeping the 95 laptop, of course. Yeah, but I mean, you paid for it, right? So you get to decide. I had a very bad feeling, to be fair and honest, James, that you changing the 2000 PC machine would not end up well. So I'd hope that you wouldn't do it, but I just have really bad experiences with trying to change the operating system on old machines like that. You really need to know what you're doing. Missteps can be very easy. But hopefully you'll get that one fixed as well. I never had a Windows 2000. See what I get. That is a Tailo, but not a shiny one. So after the Tailo, what can I even get before having to... I mean, at one point I'm just forced to progress in the game, right? Just square shinies. Okay. 110, no. What's the the island or the town called again? I think it's with the granite cave. Okay, what do I get? Slot 0. So it would be a square Zubat and a square Makuhita. Okay. No Abra though. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I would have hoped for a Abra. Oh well. I mean, if I'll do when I do the stream where I RNG with you together using RNG Reporter, showing you how I do the setup for Sapphire and Ruby, then you'll see that you can pick or look for frames that give you more encounter slots. But for this one, I tried looking for mainly a square and modest and hidden power fire. So, there we go. Shiny square Tailo. So go to sleep. Oh, you're faster than me. Well, Tailo is pretty fast, so I think it was because of a big factory in the capital of Uzbekistan and no copyright laws. Yeah, I do remember reading something about it, but I forgot what it exactly was. But it's just interesting that so many pirate music things come from there. I have a lot of vinyl bootlegs in Jamaica, if we're still on the topic. Okay, I think it tried to pump itself up again. Yeah, use that, I don't care. There we go. Go to sleep, sweet little bird. Okay, so... I want to keep the special balls for other Pokemon, so I'm just gonna use a normal Pokeball. I already have so many shiny Tailors anyway, and now I have a square one. Nice. So I save immediately. Yeah, from Jamaica, I've understood. Did you just, like, got it by delivery? I think she's a trainer, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I did, no, she's not. But that guy is a trainer, no? Yeah, he is, okay. Just checking what he has. First time I've... Okay, what? Oh, that gives me attack, right? No, I don't want attack EVs, sorry. Oh, wait, oh, never mind. I'm not hunting anything specific. I just want to see how it progresses now. I mean, Petalburg Woods would be here. I already battled that trainer. And this guy isn't at home, right? So going up north will be the next. What? Petalburg Woods. What square shinies do I get? Zigzagoon, which I already have. Wormpool. No. Okay, Shroomish at 90. No, that's way too... Nah, that's unfortunate. No Tailor as well. So I have to do some... I have to play a bit through the game before I hunt anything else. What do I have here? Paralyze, heal. As you can see, I don't even have one single badge, right? This is pretty much at the start of the game. Oh yeah, that's where this guy is. And anti-magma attacks. Yeah, I'll help you. USSR had no logic with building factories, so funny thing all the Soviet jet engines were made in Ukraine. Oh, that's kind of ironic, isn't it? And now Russia has no good jet engines for their planes. It's very good for me now. Yeah, kind of ironic, isn't it? And I'm laughing out of because I want that Despo to lose the war that he started unnecessarily. Level 8, that's kind of strong. Let's see how far I can go. Complete random question, but before I forget, would I need to bring any swimming stuff this time? You can bring it just to be sure, but I wouldn't be sure if we would get around doing that, going to a pool or something like that. But, I mean, swimming trunks don't take up a lot of space, right? So you can bring them just in case. I think I want to also send some links, listen music, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, because I can't get it by ear. Oh yeah, you should be able to do that here. Hang on. Because you are also a patron, you are now a moderator. Because, yay, level up. That's one of the perks that you paid for. And, wow. Just one little doggy is not gonna cut it. Level 9. Right, that's where I get a great ball. That's usually the first one you get in the game. And I need... he wants his Pokemon back. That's safe for now. And then I'll have to progress a bit before I'll be able to catch any more square shinies. Okay, that is not a trainer. It's only a couple of years I know English. Oh, well, then your English is already very good for someone who only knows it for a couple of years. You will bring your Jackbox shirt? Yeah, that is... you have to, right? I want to see that as well. Nincada. What EVs does Nincada give? Because I do want to kind of EV train my my Trico. Okay, defense. Okay, that's weird. Just to say, this machine working on one of the hard drive cables was unplugged. I'm now using this again for the first time since 7 came out. Oh, that's been a long time then. Day I fly home is a Tuesday, so I figured we might be going to your spa thing. Yeah, that would be the... let me check. Go to sleep again. That would be the 23rd, right? That's where you fly back. Yeah, we could go to the swimming pool there. Alright, I'm going to head out. I'll be back Saturday or Sunday, whenever next stream I can watch it. Right, thank you so much for being part of the stream, Kaiser comes in, and see you either tomorrow or on Sunday or whenever you can show up, and good luck on the exam. Hopefully that you'll score very high, whatever you need to proceed with your career. And good night then. Finally, the Nincada is done. Already level 10. Ooh, it wants to learn Leech Seed. I'll keep the attacks it has for now. Okay, at least I'll get some money because I will need to buy a couple of Pokeballs. So that's not really hunting right now, but normal story progression. Oh, a slack off. I mean, I'll catch it for so that I have more Pokédex entries. I need at least 100 entries to use Pokemon Box. So having a Shroomish like that is very helpful. And as of yet, it hasn't disobeyed. So there's that. Go to sleep. Ah yes, Spore is just so reliable. One of the best move that you can use if you wanna shiny hunt or just generally catch Pokemon. 2, 3. Alright. Gonna use that one to trade something over. And for my Pokédex entry. The shiny is purple, but unfortunately on this save file I can't get a shiny Slakoth. Oh, an Ether. Okay, so what's wrong? My flight back to London is on the 22nd, not 23rd. That would be Monday. Yeah, okay. I don't have cut yet, so I can't go there. Okay, so that is a trainer, I think. Oh, so here is where you get some items. No, I already know about berries. Hey, I want to talk to you, don't go away. There we go. Now I can water flowers in the game. If you can have one Pokemon in real life, what would it be? Latias, hands down. Oh, thank you for the berry. Yeah, Latias would be so nice to have. You could fly around with it. It's very empathetic, so she'll be a good friend as well. So Route 104. I did check that one before, but still. Oh yeah, I can get a square Wingull here, can I? No, I can't. Oh, what a shame. Talo? Yeah, but I already have a Talo. Okay, so here is a Pokeball that an item that I'm gonna pick up. We'll only be with you for a few days. We'll be there for the convention, your birthday, and that's all that matters. I'll try to plan some things where we could go, but because there's so many events happening, might not work out. And we'll be mostly at my parents' place, so at least to sleep. So that's why streaming will be a bit complicated. Maybe not even possible. That's why right now I'll try to remedy it by... No, you're not a trainer, I forgot. By... Yeah, he will give me a TM. That's what he gives me. She's a trainer. I'm just gonna save before because don't want my Trico to have the wrong EVs. But yeah, that is the week in April where I probably will not be able to stream. Oh, so it's a Zigzagoon. It's actually good. I'll swap the starter. Because that will give me speed and that's what I want with the Trico. Isn't it beautiful? Really love the teal color and the red tail. Of course, I'm level 17, so yeah, it's gonna get wrecked, of course. I've beaten Patricia. Or Patricia. It's with a Z or Z. Only can get Talo here. I mean, with Surf I can get more. Okay, what Pokemon do you have? Besides your birthday and conventions, I don't mind what we do. Those are the only reasons I'm going anyway. Yeah, but I think like me streaming will not be that feasible. That's what I'm trying to say, because there's so many events. Unless I try and get the laptop to be able to stream, but so far it just fails to do that. Just not really that strong enough. The frame rate will drop. I mean, I did try it before, and I need to do a setup again. So probably no streaming together, unfortunately. At least on Wednesday, you're gonna need to help me with the, with the decoration for the party. See, I'd be surprised if your laptop would be powerful enough to stream. I did try it before, actually. I did back when I was still at uni. I did some video capturing of my Chow garden, and I wanted to upload that, and yeah, the sound and other things got corrupted, and that really sucks, so I need to revoice them, essentially. Okay, Knills is 1. Nah, I'll just keep battling with you. But yeah, that made me really angry, of course. Then all the commentary that I did is gone, so I need to do that again. I plan on doing that, but it's still very unfortunate that that happened. And in my opinion, that only happened because I used it with the laptop, and the laptop wasn't powerful enough. Yeah, there's still some we need to prepare, like with the decorations and all that. Why did I hit absorb? Absorb is not. It's not gonna do a lot. Oh, it doesn't. I see. It's now level 11. So because I don't have a badge, it won't obey. And that's happening on stream now. Okay, you kind of obey. So have a plan. Even though it's level 7, I'm gonna try and switch out the Wurmple. Yeah, I'm at a point right now where I really need the Oh, you don't even know Poison Sting. Wow, you're really weak, level 2. Machine has 2 GB of RAM. Do you think that's a good idea to downgrade it to XP or 2000? What you mean with this machine? Which machine? You have a lot of machines, that's why. Oh, now you're paralyzing me. Jeez, I'm a level 2 Pokemon. Yeah, you still can use tackle. You go, Wurmple, you go! Okay, you doubly resist it. Oh, wow. Barely does anything. Sound corruption is a common thing. If your audio interface driver allows you, you should increase audio buffer size. Oh yeah, I did that, and the audio necessarily wasn't yeah, it was corrupted, but it's missing. Had a lot of recording studio when I was a student, so I know a little bit about it. Okay, that's good to have someone in the stream who is knowledgeable about that. But yeah, I will still upload these, right? But I'll need to revoice them essentially, which is not what the point was of that. But that's 2 episodes that are now on my hard drive for a lot of years now. No, that made me angry that the sound was just gone. It was because I wasn't able to save it on my laptop. I needed to save it on a external hard disk, and that one became really warm. And somehow that was messed up, so I knew, okay, doing this with a, the way that I did it, with the laptop, that is not going to work out. And my desktop is much stronger than my laptop, so I think those are... Well, there we are in the city. There's this item. Still remember where these items are after all of these years. To be fair, when you're a child, you really have a lot of time on your hands. Okay, so let's see what the what Pokeballs you have. Okay, normal ones. I'm gonna buy 10. So I get a Premier Ball. Is your husband into Pokemon too? Yeah, since Platinum was actually me who got him into Pokemon. So beating the gym would be a good idea soon. But right now I want to see what these routes give me. So what is to the north? That would be Route 115. Okay. Square Shinies. Okay, so Swablu. Yeah, Swablu. Very good. Okay, so let's hunt for that one. Okay, you are not a trainer. Oh, wait. I can't because I need Surf. Okay, never mind. No Swablu. Aw. I got excited for that. Okay, so what does Route 116 give me? Can I get a Square Nincada and Whismur? Ugh, no. Only Zigzagoon? Tailo I already have. Skitty? Nah. Oh, that's very unfortunate. There's some trainers here. I forgot which Pokemon that I use. I really don't want my Trico to get the wrong EVs because you can only remove EVs in Emerald, and I need to trade it over to a cartridge that can't, unfortunately, because of the time not elapsing. Okay, that's a speed one. I can switch. And then add 4 more bars to speed. Has Pokeross and it's wearing a Macho Brace, so I wanted to have 228 speed EVs and 252 special attack EVs. But to be fair, I think the Shroomish will not really obey me now because it's above level 10. Let's see how this goes. Good for now. Funny how Altaria more dragon than Charizard. Yeah, that is very funny. What is coming? Isn't Rusturf Tunnel coming up next? That would be a Square Shiny Whismur. Yeah, looks like I need to do some story progression first before we can really hunt more. Absorb is kind of weak. Yeah, it doesn't... Okay, that is not good. It doesn't really... I mean, you can't read German, right? But it doesn't... Because it's above level 10. It doesn't obey. So there's that. That won't help a lot. Let's see if... Maybe I'll have to, unfortunately, maybe call it quits now. Or soon. I'll try to get to Rusturf Tunnel. But I need to be careful because... It could use Absorb and kill the Whismur. So there's that. And the Oddish will also not obey, like you see now. The other machine that I picked up today was 2 GB of RAM with Bicester, but I want to put XP or 2000 on it. I want to know if you think that's a good idea. But what is on it now? Hey, you should obey. Oh jeez, critical hit. See how good it can, how easy it can be if you just obey. Trying to skip as many trainers as I can, so that will over as quick as possible. So we can get at least hunt for the Whismer in the Rusturf tunnel. That is if I can get inside at all. I'm going to go murder drone episode and we'll come back. Alright, thank you for being part of the stream, Ahmed. It could be that I will end the stream soon because I'm pretty limited with what I can do now. This is a square shiny only stream. I need to do some story progression. Need to beat the first gym. Meryl, what does Meryl give me? Yeah, you don't obey again. There could be a risk that it disobeys and accidentally kills a shiny. Okay, Meryl gives 2 HP EVs, so... It has Vista on it now. Oh, that's the Vista one. Okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Vista is not good. I would go for XP if I were you. But if you want to have the specific operating systems, why don't you try and buy the PCs with the operating system that you want already set in place? Then you don't need to install the one that you want. Unless you want to get, disobeying me again. Using false swipe on a trainer Pokemon. Doing it again. That's not gonna kill it. Definitely not. Come on, be a good one. Thank you. I mean, I do see why they programmed that into the game, so you can't just trade over a super strong Pokemon and just win the game with that. Save again. I thought I could walk by, but no, he just immediately turned around. So that's a problem with that speed runner's face, where they need to avoid as many Pokemon as possible. You don't have any PP for absorb anymore, and for that as well. Okay, that is... Should have thought about that before. Oh, you've picked up an item. Oh, nice. Right. Oddish, it's your time to shine. Look at PCs with Windows 2000 installed on eBay, but they were about 200 euros. Oh! I thought from the charity shop, or figured I'd get one for free. I already have a hard drive, still can do that way and save money. Yeah, that's true. Hooray for Oddish. Okay, this is... Oh, come on, be a good weed. Talked about weed on this stream, and this weed is not being obedient. Now it is. There we go. Doing some gameplay, why not? Level 14. And now you can poison. Ah, you obeyed now. Very good. Well, of course, that's a 4 times effectiveness against this Pokemon, so of course it's gonna be 1 hit. KO. Alright, what else? I have an item here. Today I learned Windows XP can handle up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, but although I don't know anyone who has a a computer with that much RAM. I do know, but one of them renders high quality images, and maybe for making movies. So now we can hunt Whismer finally. Square Whismer. I think there, if you go there, there's... Oh no, I didn't want to do that. There's an event happening that is crucial to the story progression. But yeah, let's hunt the Whismer for now. Thank you for the item, Zigzagoon. Windows 10 can handle 6 terabytes of RAM. Wow, imagine having 6 terabytes of RAM. But I can't imagine anyone having 6 terabytes of RAM for anyone using 168 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, you wouldn't be using XP if you had that much RAM, that's for sure. Unless you would be just very adamant about that. I have a very small Vaio, a hot pink laptop that has XP on it. Really like it. Got it used for very cheap. Let's see. Okay, no, of course it's not going to be one. Let's hunt a Whismer and then I guess we could call it a night. And then I try to stream more often during the week, so I can rectify not being able to stream during days where I usually stream, like that one Wednesday. This week's Wednesday didn't work, and the one Wednesday before my birthday will probably also not work. I thought my 6 terabyte hard drive was excessive. I mean, that's more than... what does my hard... I have 5 terabyte hard drives. I do plan on buying one that has even more. But to be fair, that's quite expensive, and as you know, I don't really have the luxury to be able to just spend money like willy-nilly like that. Did you ever get your Windows 98 laptop working? No, unfortunately not. Not every single plug that I bought didn't work. And I don't have infinite money, so I can't just keep rebuying plugs. So I really just need to buy a cable that works. Oh wait, stupid me. It's inside a cave, so the... not stupid me. The delay was wrong, and yet still I get a shiny. Very good. And you don't disobey. Very good. Of course, gonna do that attack. And I'm already... Let's try a nest ball, that always works. 2, 3. There we go. Now we gotten several square shinies. In fact, all of these square shinies that I could possibly get now. That I don't already have. For some reason my 6 terabyte was cheaper than the 4 terabyte I got pre-owned. Okay, that is indeed very strange. How come? Where did you buy it? Oh, not a Pokeball. Okay, I'll just check. I think there's a you'll be blocked here from proceeding. Yeah, okay. Alright, I think that's it. Can't really hunt for any other square shinies right now because I haven't progressed enough in the game. So, still it was pretty fun. Now I have the prospect of getting so many more shinies, so stay tuned for that in the future. And see you guys tomorrow. So, have a good one and good night and goodbye.